I'm your host, Taylor Dillon.
And I'm Arlen Castro.
They may be the most famous pack of puppets in the world, but how much do you know about the people who bring the Muppets to life? A new documentary directed by the man behind Miss Piggy and Fozzie the Bear and other favorites give us an inside look.
Yeah. To get into Grover, for a long time, I went, For some reason, that got me into it. Yeah. I did fashion Grover on my dog, Fred. All sorts of people and brought them all
Muppet Guys Talking is just that. Frank Oz and 4 other longtime performers of the legendary puppets sharing stories.
With Jim and I, we're doing Bert and Ernie. There's a playboard, and I'm up here, and Jim screws up a line. I'm just there smiling. Yeah. so what are you going to do now?
Jim, of course, is the late Jim
just
Henson.
Taught us how to play as opposed to work. And when we do play or work, we have a lot of fun. No matter how hard we work, we have fun because of Jim. It all came from Jim, all of it.
Everybody on the set knew that they could walk up to Jim and suggest something.
In today's world, that's not normal.
That's Jim promoting the oneness of the human race.
These other performers are not known, and they are brilliant, and they do some of the most amazing characters and characters that people love around the world, and I wanted to give them their due. We totally tried to screw each other over.
Oh, all the time. Once I came to work and my desk exploded.
They've known each other for decades and consider themselves
all
family.
Sat down and told stories and talked, and there were things that I didn't know about Jim and I didn't know about these guys that I found out.
Gradually, I realized that I had an approach to it, and that was to find a flaw in myself and then try to make it lovable. Gonzo is crazy, but free.
But he had a real Jones for numbers. So I asked Jim, could I do it? He said, let me hear it. And I said, yes, I want to count. And he said, okay.
Oh, she was very, very sweet, and oh, yeah. If somebody said, what are you going to do next? She'll say, I'm going to run the network.
My father would play Frank Sinatra on Fridays and Sundays.
Where?
That's in the car.
That kind of a relationship, which is supportive, no politics, no ego, no backstabbing, only trying to do the very best work you can do, that kind of work ethic should be shared by people.
I think I told you that 30 years ago, and now you bring it back.
You can't see Muppet Guys Talking in theaters, but only online at MuppetGuysTalking.com.
At least 6 people are dead after a pedestrian bridge collapsed near Florida International University. Today, the safety of that $14.2 million project is being called into question.
I just hear this really loud cracking sound, and I'm looking around wondering where it was coming from, and then I look and I actually saw the bridge go down.
The pedestrian bridge rescue operation is now a recovery operation today.
From a rescue to a recovery operation. What we can confirm is at this point, at least we can confirm 6 fatalities.
The National Transportation Safety Board is on the scene and in very early stages of investigating the deadly bridge collapse. That university president, Mark Rosenberg, said just days ago the bridge was built to provide a safe way to cross the busy intersection.
And we're thrilled that they can now have a much safer passage to get to FIU and to get back to their homes in Sweetwater.
President Rosenberg releasing this message on the bridge collapse today.
Yesterday's accident of the bridge collapse stuns us. It saddens. It's exactly the opposite of what we intended.
What they intended was safety. Safety that is now being questioned.
We will hold anybody accountable if anybody's done anything wrong.
Students across the country are speaking out on gun violence. At 10 a.m. local time in each time zone, students walked out of class to stand in solidarity with those at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida. From Miami to Los Angeles, waves of students marched out of class to demand stricter gun laws.
This isn't like a political thing. This isn't what we want. No, we don't want to make money off of this. We just want to feel safe. We just want to go home to our parents at the end of the day.
The nationwide demonstration comes exactly 1 month after Nicholas Cruz killed 17 people at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida. Students hope the walkout gets the attention of state and national lawmakers.
Politicians in the White House and everywhere need to know that we need to be taken seriously, and I hope they know that we are here to make a change and we will make a change.
Organizers have 3 demands for lawmakers: a ban on assault weapons, universal background checks on all gun sales, and red flag laws that allow courts to seize guns from people who show signs of violent behavior. The students' approach met resistance in places. Some school districts warned of disciplinary action for walking out.
They taught us to stand up for ourselves and for our rights. And now they're saying, wait, no.
We really didn't
mean it.
But that didn't deter the thousands of students who
It's
participated.
enough. Like we've been saying for the past month, this is the final straw. This is the end of it, and it ends right here with us.
Violence, no more violence. So Taylor, I wanted to ask you, would you have went out and protested with the students?
I personally wouldn't, because I don't agree on the way that they're going about it. I do agree that their reasoning for it is good and they have good intentions, but I think that they need to do more action, like maybe write a letter to the government and give them ways to protect us and control gun violence rather than just walking out, because that doesn't really solve any of our issues.
Well, I agree with what you're saying.
Okay.
Okay. You might want to sit down for this story. For years, we've been told sitting for too long is bad, which led to the popularity of standing desks at offices. But now, a new study suggests standing could be just as harmful to your productivity and health as sitting. Don't sit at your desk, don't stand either. Instead, take a walk. That's the advice from the researchers who looked into the benefit of the popular standing desk. According to a new study published in the journal Ergonomics, standing for too long may be just as harmful as to your health as sitting. Researchers say standing at your desk for just 2 hours can create discomfort and deteriorating mental reactiveness, which can lead to health issues and impact productivity. The study also found prolonged standing increased back pain and muscle fatigue. The findings run counter to the notion that standing is better than sitting for a prolonged time. That research is what drove companies to market and sell standing desks as a safer alternative to get computer work done at the office. But a review by a healthcare research group of 20 similar studies on an alternative to sitting could not conclusively prove that standing had enough health benefits to undo sitting damages. So you can't win if you sit and you can't win if you stand. Researchers suggest doing either in moderation.
It's the end of the road for Toys R Us. A source familiar with the matter tells CNN Money that the iconic toy retailer will close or sell its remaining U.S. stores. The news comes 6 months after Toys R Us filed for bankruptcy and the 2 months after announcing plans to close nearly 200 stores. Toys R Us has been in business for 70 years and at one time was America's leading toy retailer. But the chain has been battered in recent years by big box competitions like Walmart and Target, as well as online giant Amazon.
Fitbit is trying to increase its visibility in the smartwatch market. The Fitbit Versa looks a lot like the Apple Watch. The waterproof Versa comes with a heart rate monitor and a steps and workout tracker. Those are all features also offered by the Apple Watch, but unlike the Apple Watch product, the Versa lacks a GPS and cellular connection option. It boosts a battery life of up to 4 days compared to the Apple Watch of 18 hours. The Versa costs $200, that is $229 less than the latest Apple Watch. Fitbit is also revealed Tuesday.
Hey sports lovers, March Madness is finally here.
For kids, the Fitbit Age. The Ace is similar to the Fitbit Alta. tracking sleep, step, and physical activity. Stay tuned for Cinema Spotlight.
A certain superhero movie keeps blasting past box office barriers, and if you like the music of the movies, we have a couple of stories for you on this week's Cinema Spotlight.
Drop from the sky. Yeah. But I have never seen anything like this.
Stopping Black Panther, the Marvel mega hit has passed The Dark Knight Rises to crack the top 20 on the all-time worldwide box office chart, and the film figures to climb even higher. It's been out for less than a month.
I just need one thing first, and then it's just us, music, and the road.
Each part of Baby Driver, and now there's more in store. The film's writer/director, Edgar Wright, posted this promo for Baby Driver Volume 2, The Score for a Score, featuring more music from the 2017 movie, remixes, dialogue excerpts, and more. The album is due out April 13th.
Something inside me has always been there.
Star Wars The Last Jedi is hitting home video with plenty of special features, including one especially dear to director Rian Johnson. DVD buyers who use the free Movies Anywhere app can watch the whole film without dialogue or other audio, just John Williams' score. Johnson posted on Twitter, "I really wanted to put this out." He really wanted it. Well, that's it for this week's Cinema Spotlight, and I will see you guys at the theaters. Hey sports lovers, March Madness is finally here. One day down, so many upsets. What's next? News, opinions, and scores coming up. I'm your host, Jason Rosario, and our topic for the next couple of weeks is going to be the NCAA March Madness tourney as it just started. Here's a recap of some of the last night's games. Number 3 Tennessee smoked number 14 Wright State 73-47. Wow. Number 1 Kansas beat number 16 Penn University 76-60. Number 7 Rhode Island edged out number 10 Oklahoma in a great game 83-78. Number 4 Gonzaga topped off number 13 UNCG 68-64 in a very, very close game. Number 2 Duke beat Iona 89-67. Number 1 Villanova beat out number 16 Radford 87-61. Number 6, Houston almost lost to San Diego State, but they wound up winning 67-65 with a bunch of threes towards the end of the game. It was a very great game. I watched it myself. Number 3, Michigan topped off number 14 Montana 61-47. And this is the best one. One of the biggest upsets was number 13 Buffalo throwing up 89 big ones against number 4 Arizona, who scored only 68. That is incredible for Buffalo to do that. Now here's some good games to watch tonight. Number 2, University of North Carolina is taking on number 15 Lipscomb. Number 8, Kansas State is taking on number 9 Creighton. The number 3 Red Hot Michigan State is facing number 14 Bucknell. Number 1 Virginia is looking to crush number 16 UMBC. Number 9 Florida State is looking for a little upset over number 8 Missouri. And then you got number 11 Syracuse taking on number 6 TCU. Now really quick with Syracuse University, they are the team that was predicted not to make the tourney because they had a little up and down the season, especially losing to St. Bonaventure. But whether they made it or not, they did make it to a playing game, and they won against Arizona State to get in. My game for the night will be number 9 Florida State against number 8 Missouri, as both teams are very equally strong on offense and defense. Florida State, I think, will win 69-64. Good luck to all those teams tonight. Stay tuned until next week for some more updates on the tourney.
Everyone, I'm Yvonne Weatherman, your weather host for today. Today's high is 30 degrees and the low is 19 degrees. The current condition is 26 and cloudy, with the sun rising this morning at 7:15 a.m. and will set tonight at 7:12. And the moon will be a waning crescent. The precipitation is at 20% with a dew point of 18 degrees, and the humidity is at 52%. The record high for today is 64 degrees, set back in 1957, and the record low is 4 degrees, set back in 1932. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thanks for watching, and now here's a look at your 7-day forecast.
That's all the time we have for today. Thanks for tuning in.
We'll see you next time.